We just had our best day of the month so far. I made it very, very clear in terms of this week, it's going to be a strong bullish closing week. In terms of last night's game plan, I made it very, very clear to be focused on buying oversold dip levels if you are seeing the bullish 30-minute confirmations or the trend reversal 30-minute candlestick confirmations. With that being said, inside of Team Roar, we did end up going flawless, having multiple 100% profit returns, and we did end up buying SPY call options at the exact lows. Once the 30-minute candlestick closed the gap towards the 540 level, we bought call options at 11:05 a.m. We bought these SPY 545 calls at mid 40 cents a contract. They ended up closing up over 2,000% above 1,000 a contract. We ended up making 200% profit return on those. We did end up going flawless, having multiple 100% profit returns. With that being said, I'm going to continue to prepare you to trade the best setups at the best prices. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to be walking you through this unique trading strategy that I've created, that I've trained thousands of students with, the unique gap close reversal trading strategy. So first things first, we're going to get straight into the analysis. Then towards the end of this video, we're going to be breaking down the overall trades and teaching you the unique trading strategies that we are using to consistently make money within the overall market. Let's get straight into it. So in terms of the overall SPY, this week is on track to be a very strong closing bullish week. I explained to you in previous videos, you have to go back and watch the video that I posted on Monday. I'm not going to be repeating myself, but history is repeating itself, and we are getting all the confirmations that it's going to continue to repeat itself. So the focus is going to be to continue to buy call options at oversold dip buying levels. When you are seeing a 30-minute bullish trend reversal confirmation or a 30-minute bullish candlestick confirmation at the oversold dip buying levels that I'm going to prepare you, that is when you're going to want to be buying call options. And then in terms of another strategy that we're going to be using is a break above resistance. And then once SPY drops back down to retest that previous resistance level, we're going to be buying the dip at that level too. Those are going to be the two main strategies that we're going to be using to take advantage of this strong bullish closing week. You know, I don't follow any other traders, but in terms of people, they like to throw around the word that historically September is known for being a very bearish month. Well, that could be true in terms of the statistics, but you have to confirm if that history, if those statistics are going to repeat itself. And for those of you who've been following my analysis and using the unique trading strategies that I've created with the overall 30-minute chart, you should have had a phenomenal green week and a very strong start into this week. You should be up at the bare minimum at least $500 this week, because all we've been doing is buying call options, while probably the vast majority of traders are bearish, man. Like I said, man, the only other trader I'm following is G-Roar, and he's inside of Team Roar. Now, in terms of the analysis, let's get straight into it. So very, very simple. What I want to bring awareness to is, in terms of the overall daily chart, at the moment, there isn't a very strong read, but it's overall bullish. Now, this is what I want to bring awareness to, right? So sometimes I'm going to have strong opinions. This is mainly going to be focused on just levels and confirmations at the levels, right? I'm not seeing a very strong read on the overall daily chart. I'm well aware that we're going to be on track for a very strong closing bullish week, right? So if we do end up having a bearish day on Thursday, I'm going to swing trade call options, man. If we have a bearish day tomorrow, I'm swing trading call options right before the market closes. That's going to be the first trade idea. Now, in terms of the overall levels, this is what I want to bring awareness to: 555 and 557. So as you can see right here, 555, this is a make or break level. Let me zoom in on this right here. So it's going to be this 555 here. I'm going to make this simple. I'm going to disable extended hours because I really want to show you the importance of this overall level. So right here, this 555 is make or break. So if we break out and react as support, we're getting bullish 30-minute confirmations, a breakout above this 555, drops back down, retest, we're going to be on track for a move to 558. The next level above that is going to be 561. 561 is a gap breakout level. A gap breakout level is when SPY gaps down. You take the high of day from the day it gapped down. Once it breaks above that level, there is no resistance, and that's when it's going to explode up to fill that gap that's waiting to fill above at 563.50, right? So that's the overall breakout resistance zone. Now, in terms of dip buying opportunities and oversold dip buying opportunities, this is what I want you to be aware of, and this is what we're going to be keeping an eye on in terms of the overall oversold levels, right? So those are the breakout levels. So you're looking for strong breakouts above that level, and then if SPY drops back down to retest those levels, you're going to be looking to buy call options if you are seeing 30-minute bullish candlestick confirmations, 30-minute trend reversal candlestick confirmations, right? So you wait for them to break out first, a strong break above the levels, and then when it drops back down, you look for the confirmations on the 30-minute chart. Now, we're going to go back to extended hours, and I'm going to be walking you through this. So in terms of the overall play, man, based off of the oversold levels, this is what I'm going to be keeping an eye on, man. In terms of the overall SPY, we need to keep an eye on this oversold level, man. We're going to keep an eye on 548.50. We're going to keep an eye on this 543 zone. That's going to be the overall range in interest. We'll call it 544 and 548.70. Those are the new overall levels to be dip buying if you are seeing the bullish 30-minute confirmations. 548, this key resistance right here, the previous closing price. This was previous strong resistance. If we drop back down and react to support, it's going to be a key oversold dip buying level to take advantage of. Now, the next zone is going to be that 544 to overall 543 range. Another nice level to keep an eye on is 541, and then very unlikely that we drop back down to this level in terms of this week. But if it does end up happening, like I said, very unlikely. But 536.50 to 538, that would be an automatic buy zone without even a confirmation. And the reason why I'm saying that is SPY is going to be on track. It's already confirmed to close very, very strong into the week, man. So if we see a massive pullback, it's going to be on track to close at the end of the week towards the highs. It's going to go back towards the highs of that pullback overall if we get the proper confirmations at the 30-minute chart with those levels in terms of the oversold levels, 548, and then the next zone below that is going to be that like 544, 543 overall range, right? So that's the overall game plan on the SPY. Like I said, in terms of the daily chart is overall maintaining bullish. In terms of an overall read, it could be something in terms of similar like this, where we get a small drop under the previous closing price, and then it just spikes. It could be something like that. Like I said, in terms of the overall daily candlestick, I'm not getting the most strong read at the overall moment, but you are gonna wanna keep an eye on this zone, man. This previous closing price, 554.42, and this 553.42. That is gonna be the highest buy zone for tomorrow. If you are seeing bullish 30-minute confirmations, 553 to 554.40, you're going to want to be buying call options in between that zone. That's the highest dip buying zone. And then I gave you the breakout levels. If you're seeing strong breakouts above the level, look for the retest. When it drops back down, you can look to buy the dip, right? That's the overall game plan heading into tomorrow, man. So just be aware, based off the weekly chart, we are on track for a very strong closing bullish week. And if tomorrow ends up being a day where it has a nice drop, it's going to be an opportunity to swing trade call options. Now, let's get straight into the trades. So in terms of the overall trades, man, I'm going to be walking you through the unique gap trading strategy. Make sure if you want to learn more about the strategy that you click the second link down below in the description. It's going to walk you through and teach you more of the advanced parts to the trading strategy. So let's get into it, man. In terms of the first trade that we ended up making inside of Team Roar, in terms of today, we were absolutely flawless, nonstop, multiple 100% profit returns. If you left runners, you could have made over a 2,000% return. You could have turned $40 into over $1,000 with the trades that we're making. So in terms of the overall game plan, man, let's get into it. So right here, we ended up buying NVIDIA calls for 62 cents a contract at 9:38 a.m. So we bought these calls at 62 cents at 9:38 a.m. And then we ended up getting profit stopped out. You can see right here, it says very, very clearly to set profit stops. And we got profit stopped out. As you can see, we ended up getting profit stopped out at the 92 cent range. So in terms of the overall trade on NVIDIA, we did end up getting in at these call options in terms of the overall option chart. We ended up getting in right here towards the low of this 1 minute candle. And then we set our profit stops very quickly into the trade as this was spiking into the 80 cent range. And then we had this very nice spike and into this big little pullback here from 95 cents all the way to 76 cents in a single minute. We got stopped out for profits. That is the beauty of setting the profit stops. You do not have to experience this massive drop in price. You get stopped out for profits as it's dropping against you. So with that being said, in terms of the next trade, this is where I'm really going to teach you some of the basics to the trading strategy. If you want to learn more about it, second link down below in the description has the playlist. Let's get straight into it, man. So in terms of this trade, this was the best trade made on the day, man. Take a look. As you can see right here, at 11:05 a.m., let's buy 545 SPY calls for 47 cents a contract. For those of you who implement what it is that I teach, using my strategy at my level, you all should have been in on call options, right? So if you used what I teach you, you should have been in on call options towards the opening at the 11 a.m. candle. And then in terms of having an edge and in terms of being the true best, well, if we're all going to buy call options, what would make the true best trader? The one who buys extremely far out of the money and sells them in the money for the biggest percentage gains within the market. And that's what we've accomplished. We've accomplished creating the best zero-date options trading alert system. Like I said, man, you could trade price action, you could trade shares, you can go in the money. There's so many different strategies. But in terms of how we capitalize on price action and these unique trading strategies that we've created, we choose to go extremely far out of the money, and we are known for selling them in the money for the biggest percentage gains within the market. So as you can see, this is where we ended up buying these SPY call options. I'm going to walk you through this. We ended up getting in right here at 11:05 a.m. towards the exact lows using the unique trading strategy that I taught you. If you go back and you watch the video yesterday, I made it very, very clear. Gap reversal at 540. Strong bullish closing week by the oversold dips. Obviously, 540 is extremely fucking oversold, man. SPY was literally just at 548. You don't think it's going to reverse at the gap from 549 and then fill the gap with a bullish 30-minute confirmation? If you did not capture this trade on your own, if you were not self-sufficient, man, I don't know what to tell you, dude. If you're red this week, if you're fucking red, you're losing money this week, you should just quit. You should just give up. I'm just being honest with you, man, because I teach you the strategy. I give you the fucking level. I tell you the market's on pace for a strong bullish closing week. I tell you the best oversold levels to buy the fucking dip. And I tell you at the gap reversal strategy. Look at this, man. So in terms of confirmations, let's get into this, man. You can see right here, there is a bullish 30-minute confirmation at the gap. What more do you need, man? What more do you fucking need? We don't need fucking indicators to tell us where to buy calls. We use the gap reversal trading strategy with the 30-minute candlestick chart. The 30-minute candlestick chart is the best time frame to be trading that. For those of you who are serious about holding for massive fucking wins, for those of you who want the best overall price action, I'm telling you, I've experimented with everything. The 1 hour chart, the fucking 4 hour chart. I've experimented with everything. You can break it down. You can break down the macro with the weekly chart. You can break it down by the daily chart. And then in terms of dissecting it, the 30-minute chart. The 30-minute chart is the best time frame to be day trading. I'm telling you, the 30-minute chart will change your fucking life. Once you master the 30-minute chart, you're going to realize how lost you were as a trader not having this, man. So look at this. There's a gap to fill on SPY at $540.30. For those of you who watch the playlist, you are well aware what I tell you all the time. Look for a gap and go. As you can see, SPY ended up gapping up from 540 and it continued to go up. It continued to spike higher. It quickly went to 549. So if we drop 9 points. Look at this, man. This is 2 days of gains wiped out in an hour. 2 days of gains, a 9-point move wiped out in a fucking hour. What do you think is going to happen if there is a 30-minute trend reversal confirmation? Look at this. This is a 30-minute trend reversal confirmation, man. This is a 30-minute pin. This is a very 30-minute strong wick. You can see once this gap filled, the buyers showed up. And this right here is another green bullish 30-minute confirmation, but you should have been in on call options at 11 a.m. on the opening of this 30-minute candlestick. You should have said, SPY is extremely oversold. There's a 30-minute pin at the gap. Let's buy call options at 11 a.m. If you weren't in at 11 a.m., you should have been in at 11:30 fucking a.m. because there's a green bullish 30-minute confirmation. It's continuing to push higher. And also, look at the similarities. I'm telling you to master this 30-minute chart. Study the 10-day 30-minute chart. Wait for bull and bear traps to get created. Wait for trends to overall development. Look at this. This is very similar, right? This was a very similar chart setup compared to yesterday. You have your third eye open. You have the game plan prepared a night in advance, and you capture this in real time. So In terms of last night's game plan, I said if it gaps up, it's going to be a gap and go. SPY didn't gap up. It opened up flat. Do nothing. Wait for the first 30-minute candlestick to close, right? First 30 minutes is going to be random overall price action. Well, this is a red bearish 30-minute confirmation. No need to buy calls yet. It's not at the best levels. I told you 544 and then the gap at 540. Well, if you look at this candlestick right here, look at the bottom tip and then look at the top tick. It looks identical, right? And then what happens next 30 minutes? Next 30 minutes, a trend reversal wick, a trend reversal wick. And then SPY has nothing but 30-minute bullish candlesticks. Look at this. If you would have identified this pattern saying, okay, this red bearish candlestick, okay, this red bearish candlestick, okay, this wick right here, this wick right here, it's at a more lower oversold level to fill the gap and have a reversal. And then as you can see, it just keeps on going up and pushing higher as long as those 30-minute candlesticks are continuing to close green. So what you can do is you can sell into the move at key levels of resistance. You can continue to hold runners. And then once the 30-minute candlestick finally flips bearish, you can just cut and exit the fucking trade, man. Nobody knows how long this 30-minute bullish uptrend is going to last. But like I said, you can sell into the moves at key levels. You can leave runners, and once you finally get caught up in one of the bearish red 30-minute candlesticks, that's when you just sell and exit. Sometimes it's just going to keep on going up. This was an exact identical pattern repeat to yesterday. I prepared you to trade the best setup at the best price possible. If you would have used and implemented what it is that I taught you, you should have been in on-call options at 11 a.m., if not 11:30 a.m., man. Look. Red, losing, it's a personal fucking choice over here, man. I give you the game plan. I put you onto the 30-minute chart trading strategies. I put you onto the gap close reversal. It's so simple. It is so simple. Once you learn how to trade the chart, once you learn how to read market structure, how you learn how to read supply and demand, learn how to use the 30-minute chart. I'm telling you, you master this 30-minute fucking chart. You learn how to dissect the macro environment, the weekly chart. We dissected the weekly chart. And in terms of the confirmations that I was getting, it was saying September's going to be on track for a very strong bullish month. Anyone could have statistics and throw words around saying, oh, it's known for being a bearish month. Well, did you confirm that it's going to be fucking bearish? Because if the statistics are, let's say 90% of the time it's a bearish month, well, what if there's a confirmation saying that, well, this is the 10% of the fucking time it's not going to be a bearish month, right? So all we do is fucking win over here, man. We confirmed this. We were prepared since Monday on this overall bullish week, and we're going to continue to capitalize it on. We've been capitalizing on this price action every single fucking day, man. We put members in a trade. They could have made 2,000% profit return, man. These calls, we got in at 47 cents. We ended up selling at 123 cents a contract, man. And then we had a swing trade. We had a swing trade on Amazon. We had a phenomenal swing trade on Amazon. We ended up buying these Amazon calls at 42 cents a contract, and we ended up selling at the 88 cents a contract range. And then in terms of my own personal trades, I absolutely crushed it today, man. My trades were absolutely phenomenal on the day, the ones that I personally made. I absolutely crushed it, man. I had these 559 calls at 59 cents, and then I ended up selling these calls at 85 cents. I sold half, and then I sold the rest at 98 cents. Those went up multiple 100% as well. And then in terms of had a quick scalp on puts, I ended up buying these 552 puts at 31 cents a contract. And then I quickly sold them at 41 cents a contract, and they did go to 60 cents a contract. We had many members absolutely crush it today, man. Look, like I said, if you were red today, I don't know what to tell you, man. We gave you the best game plan. Like I said, man, if you're red this week, just quit, just give up. It's just not for you, dude. We're giving you the best levels, the best trading strategies. We alert everything it is that we're doing in real time. The win rate is fucking flawless over here, man. It's nonstop winning. So with that being said, man, we absolutely crush it, man. Look at the fucking results, man. Every single day, I see the same faces coming back, man, making $500 a day, $1,000 a day. We have a new member. He recently ended up making a crazy return on his account, man. Let me see this overall trade, man. This was fucking insane, man. Let me see a 370% return on his account in a singular hour, man. A $7,000 profit in an hour, man. Look, on a monthly subscription, some people might say, I'm paying $150 a month. I'm making $1,000 plus a month. That's a good investment. But if you're making fucking $7,000 in an hour, is that a good investment? Or does that just mean that this program's fucking free? You tell me, what's your mindset, man? So anyways, man, all we do is fucking win over here. It's unlimited fucking winning. It's unlimited fucking lobster. It's unlimited fucking steak. It's nonstop fucking winning, dude. All we know how to do is fucking win. All we know how to do is print at the speed of fucking light. We have a 90% plus win rate buying cheap bar, low risk, out of money option contracts. We're known for selling them 90% of the money. We're known for selling them 90% of the time in the money. We've created a real-time zero-date options trader system where you can consistently make money and trade alongside with this, man. You want to learn how to trade? Well, you have to trade to learn how to trade, right? So in terms of the system, we do not use stop losses, and we put in our max risk per trade. So if the contracts expire worthless, the most we lose is our max risk per trade. They have the entire day to go in the money and to expire in the money, right? And sometimes on the stock plays, we'll just swing trade them. If we're down on the if we're down on calls and we have time left on the overall stocks, right? Because on stocks, the expiration is going to be Friday on the 0 dates, but all we do is trade 0 dates. But sometimes on the stocks, if they're down a lot, like Amazon was down a lot at one point. Well, we ended up swing trading it and it absolutely fucking banks for 100% gainer, man. So with that being said, we add to winners quickly. When we're up a little bit, we tend to go up a lot, right? Being up 10, 20%. Very, very small gains over here. We're used to making multiple 100% profit returns. So when we're up a little bit and we get a winning confirmation to add, we add to winners, and then we set a profit stop to secure our overall profits, right? So in terms of some background to that trading strategy, man, like I said, it's the first link down below within the description. It was just so simple, man. A 9-point move to the downside is an overreaction to the downside. SPY lost 2 days of fucking gains in 90 minutes, man. Of course it's going to reverse at the gap. It's oversold. And then the macro weekly chart said we're on track to close very strong and bullish. So you're going to want to buy the dip at oversold fucking levels, man. That's fucking perfect. Best confirmations for reversal. Gap reversal loses 2 days of fucking gains in 90 minutes. There's a 30-minute fucking wick and there's a green bullish 30-minute confirmation. And if you just looked at yesterday's pattern, you should have caught on. You should have said, there's this red bearish candlestick here, and then there's this pin right here. And then it just goes up for the rest of the day. There's this red bearish candlestick right here, then this pin right here, right at the fucking gap, and then it just goes up the rest of the day. You should have been capturing this green bullish 30-minute confirmation trend. Now imagine trading without this stairway to heaven. Imagine trading without this green bullish 30-minute fucking chart. You'd be fucking lost. So remember who put you on to the fucking game. And remember who created all this shit. For those of you who are serious about making money, it's the first link down below within the description. We're just getting started. All this winning now, motherfucking stop. We're just getting started over here. We're closing out this week very strong in the fucking green. We've been milking this bullish trend. We're going to continue to take advantage of this overall bullish trend. We're going to continue to fucking crush it. It's the first link down below in the description. If you are serious about making money and you are serious about printing at the speed of fucking light,